How to create Pinterest pins in bulk using Canva. Pinterest has changed dramatically over the last 2 years. With AI getting bigger and bigger, it takes more and more quality and more quantity number of the pins to truly have success on Pinterest. That's why you probably want to automate it and create more and more pins and still keep them high quality. You can see it here. For Pinterest success, we first of all need quality because someone needs to click on your pin, they need to find it attractive, they need to go on your website and you eventually make money. But also you need to have quantity because not all the pins rank. It takes some time for pins to rank. You might not know what you need to pin, what content, what keyword to go for. That's why you need quantity. And of course, if you are gonna pin 10 pins a day, 10 high quality pins a day in Canva each day, it's gonna just take a lot of time. It's just hours and hours. And if you have money to spend on your VAs, then maybe it's a good idea, but I will quickly explain you right now how you can do it manually. First of all, you can of course do it manually here in Canva. Well, you can go to apps to your left, you can search for bulk create, and then you can click on bulk create icon, and then you can either enter your data manually or upload your data manually. Then you can connect data. For instance, this one, you can connect it to the data from CSV, you can connect image to the data from CSV, but it still takes a lot of time. Why? First, you need to craft all your, let's imagine we wanted to automate this pin. First, you need to craft a lot of text for this part, craft a lot of text for this part. You need to download all the images and upload them to Canva. You need to also keep in mind what are all the outbound links you want to lead people to, because obviously they should go somewhere to bring you money, right? It's very important. And last but not least, you also need to come up with Pinterest pin unique for each pin, Pinterest description unique for each pin, and also choose the board to go for each pin. It takes a lot of time, and I want to present you with an alternative. I want to present you with a tool I created. It's BlogToPin. And what BlogToPin helps you do is it helps you create hundreds of beautiful Pinterest pins for your blog posts in minutes. Here are some examples of Pinterest pins you can create. You can kind of go through the website and see how it looks. There are people getting to 3 session day. There are people getting to 6.5 million impressions in 90 days. So there are a lot of happy people using that. And BlogToPin helps you create this level and this level and this level, basically any Pinterest pins you'd think of on scale within it takes 3 minutes of the setup and then it just works. How it helps you, it crawls all your pages on your website, extracts all the images, auto sorts them so that all the outbound URL are as far away from each other as possible. Also auto prioritize each image so they are not duplicated and used a lot of time the same image. It also auto creates Pinterest pins, titles and Pinterest descriptions for each of your pin and automatically choose the board. So if you have a board about handmade recipes, then something like coffee recipes and that cookies, BlogToPin would automatically understand which pin you need to pin, which board you need to pin the pin to, and assign it. So you basically need to just set everything up and that's it. I've already gone through onboarding on BlogToPin, so it's a bit different flow for me, but you can see that I already uploaded a few custom Pinterest pins from Canva. You can see how it looks. It's kind of different it's going to be different for each page. It uses different titles, descriptions, also different boards, and basically everything is different for this pin. And when you're just happy with that, I can always press fill in gaps and it will generate from pins 1 month in advance. So let's quickly take a look at how it looks and how you can do actually the same, and how you can make the process of generating pins 1 month in advance for you or 2 months in advance, whatever. Automate your pinning strategy and do it in a few minutes. So I cleared what I have right now. I cleared everything and I only have some default pins from BlogToPin. By the way, BlogToPin also allows you to use some predefined templates if you want any, some with text only, some maybe also with image only. So it's all possible. You can just like do whatever you want, but if you want, you can also upload your custom template from Figma. You can also choose from different color palettes if you want. You can also choose like from different fonts. So it's all possible to automate. But right now, currently we'll focus only on uploading custom pin templates from Canva. So how it works? You, first of all, of course, you need Canva. Let's say you found this amazing pin template. You need to export it as SVG, and it's important to export it as SVG. So you download the pin, you hit you go here, you go share, you go download, you choose the file type SVG and you hit download, and then you're done. Then you go to BlogToPin, you hit add custom template from Canva. You can watch this video once again if you want. Continue. Here you choose the SVG you just exported from Canva. Then you go OK. It processes. It detected some text blocks. As you can see, all the text blocks are detected successfully. If some of them were not detected successfully, I will tell you later in the video what to do with this. So you can here you can choose whether you want to keep text the same or no. Why do you need that? If, for instance, website name, you probably want to keep it the same, given there is like your real website name. But soft and chewy and chocolate chip cookies, probably you're not going to have the same like soft and chewy chocolate chip cookies for every pin. That's what we need to bulk create Pinterest pins here. So you can choose where you want to take it from, for instance, title. And you can also say that this one is also title. So by default, we can also, by the way, resize them just so they fit like better. We can resize them. We can also resize this one so it fits better and takes like all the possible space. We can also force one line. Why do we need that? Because at some point, if the text gets super big, it tempts to bring the text to the second line when it's probably not the best situation. So we'd rather force one line so that it's always one line. At this point, we understand that, hey, this top block and this bottom block can be different kind of, it can be dynamic. And if we keep it this way, it will basically like separate them by the middle, and one part of the text will go to the top and another part of the text will go to the bottom. It's probably not what we want, right? Because in the original Pinterest pin template, it's soft and chewy to the bottom, so probably to the top. So probably on the top we want to have some like adjectives, and to the bottom we want to have like some nouns, some recipe names, something like this. So that's what we can actually do in like BlogToPin. We can say keep here 2 adjectives here, here about the recipe, 12 characters max, united by, and that's it. For this one, we can either use here title, and then all the title will be used here, but it's probably not the best situation. What we want to have here is we want to say, hey, it should be 2-3 words, name of the recipe, make sure to keep the recipe name here. And yeah, and here we can test the output given like the title we have. We can test the output, testing, and we can see frothy and sweet white Russian delight. It's pretty good. Like, once again, this is the title we are given. We can also test like on another delicious, I don't know, delicious chocolate cookie recipe, and something like this. We can test the output, and chewy and soft ultimate chocolate cookie. So we are good here. We can also, of course, change the fonts here if we want to some custom ones, maybe something like this, chewy and soft ultimate chocolate cookie. For me, it looks fine. Then we can hit proceed. The last thing we need to do is we need to tell how to use dynamic image. So by default, it auto-selected use image 1 from page. And what does it mean? That if you have like some page on your website, let me open one of actually like the website I use. We have here some website, some page, and we want to generate pins for this page. It will use like this image. or one of the other images on the site. So one of them. I hope it's clear. And if we want to keep it hard-coded, we can use hard-coded image, and then this chocolate cookie image will be used for every pin, but it's probably, once again, not what you want, because it's not going to be dynamic. It's not going to be very good. So you probably want to use use image one from page, and then we have an option to choose an image feed. By default, what we choose, what is chosen is Canva default. So by default, when you open any template and you open it, you double click on the image, you can see that image is moved within this frame. So by default, it's there. And it means that even if I upload another image here, for instance, this vodka cocktail, Bloody Mary or whatever, it will be moved to the right, naturally to the right within this template. So if you want to, you can disable it and choose cover, so that our image will take all the possible space, but it can be cropped. If you want, you can use the contain. In this case, it will make sure that image is fully visible, but there can be some gaps. I prefer the cover variant, and that's it. We just hit proceed and go. We can see that we have some custom. We can disable some of the pins we don't actually want to have anymore. We hit regenerate once again, so that BlogToPin for this page, for this testing page, currently we are in playground. It means we are testing how BlogToPin behaves against different URLs. And then when we are satisfied, we can go and create the pins for 30 days in a row, and it will just use all the pages it found and use these templates, these settings, everything I selected for all the pages inside your website automatically. So you don't need to worry about, I need to pin this page, I need to download this image. No, BlogToPin does everything automatically parses whole your website, automatically takes all your images, automatically wraps them in these templates, automatically creates beautiful Pinterest pins, titles, Pinterest description, automatically create Pinterest pins for them as well, and chooses the perfect Pinterest board for you, and chooses the perfect Pinterest time for pinning for you. So everything is automated. You just need to spend 5 minutes on setup to make sure the UI is what you actually like. You can see that it kind of finished. Sweet and smooth, decadent white Russian, sweet and smooth, decadent white Russian, rich and decadent delicious chocolate white Russian, smooth and sweet, rich and smooth. So it looks pretty good. Not gonna lie, I like it. And we can hit save settings. And maybe let's do something like this as well. Let's add this template as well. We can hit share once again, download the SVG download. Then you go to BlogToPin, add custom template from Canva. Press the button, choose the SVG you just downloaded. We upload it. Kind of things. Again, it detected some text here, all fine for us. We proceed. We don't want to keep, we want to keep both of them dynamic. And this one, it's actually not going to be part of the title, but I want to keep it something like refreshing recipes. So it's going to be more of a category. So what I can do here is I can add here custom text and say something like 2 words here, adjective, category of the recipe. Something like, for instance, sweet recipes, tasty recipes, sour recipes, quick recipes, whatever, etc. We can also force one line, and here we can just specify an easy prompt like 2-3 words here. Add the recipe name here. Don't add any extra adjectives. It works. We choose the font we like. Something like this works good for us. Once again, we can test the output against the title we had. Testing, and you can see that it goes like creamy recipes, creamy white Russian. Once again, we can make it a bit bigger. Creamy white Russian. We can play with we can also play with the prompts here. We can say strictly 2 words here. Don't add any extra adjectives. Test the output once again. So it's kind of iterative process. You may need to spend some time double checking. So, okay, indulgent recipes, creamy Russian. Sounds good. I think we can proceed. Once again, we choose how we want to process the image. I think I want to use dynamic image. It's going to be clouds, cover, and proceed. That's it. So now we can see that we have two different pin templates. Once again, regenerate so that these ones are also populated with some data. Should take maybe 30 seconds or so. Rich recipes, creamy recipes, indulgent recipes, white Russian, white Russian, white Russian. So it looks pretty good here, but what's important is that it goes like basically for any recipe. So right now I have the recipe of pineapple daiquiri. I can regenerate pins once again, and it will follow all the same rules, but for another page. And basically for infinite number of pages, whatever you have, you set it up once, and it just works, and it's not one of those crappy automations which produces bad result. No, it produces exceptionally good result. So what you can see, tropical and tangy pineapple daiquiri bliss, refreshing recipes, daiquiri recipe, refreshing recipes, pineapple cocktail, sweet recipes, daiquiri recipe. So you can see it found only one image, and it's also very good about BlogToPin that once I kind of finish the onboarding process, you can see that if I go to the recipe, there is this image, but there is also my photo, there is also some recommended, there is also a lot of photos of different people, there is also some suggested recipes. So there are also logos. So there is a lot of content on the website, but we taught BlogToPin to only take a look at this at this exact image, and that's incredibly powerful. You can take a look at another full onboarding workflow about BlogToPin to see how it really looks and how it really goes, because it's very complicated. Not really complicated from the user point of view, but there are a lot of edge cases, so you need to be careful about that. So yeah, that's how it works. You can also use like maybe you want to keep like some additional, pre-built templates that you can use. You can also hit the save settings, and let's quickly also go through the workflows which don't work in BlogToPin right now, and what you can do about this and how you can avoid that. So I've already told you that sometimes the text might not be noticed, and when it happens, it's usually when you have some kind of effects on Canva, and when you have like some lift effect or something like this, Canva doesn't properly tell us it's text anymore. It tells us it's just like random image, and not really like image, just something completely random, and we cannot work with it anymore. The same goes for other effects, for instance, outline, when we separate, like when we set a white color for outline and make it thicker, it will not tell us about the outline at all, and it will produce like not really good results, to be honest, not really good results. So let's take a look. I hit download SVG. I download it once again, and then I go to BlogToPin. Yeah, download it, go to BlogToPin, add custom template from Canva, continue, choose the SVG, and you can see that it didn't detect soft and chewy at all. And for chocolate chip cookies, if we proceed, we can see that it didn't detect the outline at all. So it's like, it is what it is. So if you want to import your SVG template to BlogToPin, just make sure you don't use any fancy effects here. Unfortunately, it's not possible right now. I'd love to do it at some feasible future, but maybe not like within a month or two. If you want to double check if it's possible right now to upload your Canva pins with some effects, just let me know in the comments and I'll be sure to answer you, but currently it's not possible. Another thing last thing about importing Canva template, which I wanted to talk to you, is also importing the number. So when you choose from where you want to take the text, for instance, let's try to import this one once again, and you understand that, hey, I don't want to keep this one and don't want to keep this one. You can make like, I don't know, this super small, and you can say that, hey, it doesn't come from title, it doesn't come from website, it doesn't come from custom text, but it comes from the number. And what it does is, I don't know, if you have something like a pin, something like 10 best cocktail recipes, something like this, 10 would automatically be taken as the number and put in a separate place. And here, if you choose best cocktail recipes to be like taken from the title, it would be automatically trimmed, and it will not like have number at all. So it's also extremely useful if you want to like have some listicles or something like this. You can also add the plus here. So for instance, like 10 plus best cocktail recipes, it is also possible. So you can also create all the kind of different custom listicles inside BlogToPin. It's also possible. But yeah, you can also give it a try. Then when we are satisfied with the result, what we need to do is, if you are just going first time through BlogToPin, you'll see on the top something like proceed generating, and just hit it. Because I've already done it, I just hit fill in gaps, and it would like literally take like 5 minutes or so, generate all the pins for me. You can see that there is like a notification to the bottom saying creating pins. It will create pins for me automatically. It will take like, if we go to the website, which I currently use, cocktailwave.com, if you go to sitemap.xml, we can see that there are a lot of pages, like a ton of pages. And inside BlogToPin, I selected automatically which pages I want to take pins from. I said that, hey, I want to take pins only from the recipes. I can also inside the website settings say that, hey, I want to prioritize the last settings. There are also a lot of different extra fine tunes I can do. For instance, I can hit on that pencil and I can add keywords for each exact pin, so that BlogToPin, when generating the pins, it knows the specific keywords you want to target for, and it injects them into your pin title, description, and the pin itself. So it's all possible with BlogToPin, a lot of possible. And yeah, I'll just get back to you within a few minutes, and we'll take a look at what BlogToPin actually generated. So it took us a bit more than 5 minutes, and now all the pins, 5 pins per day for 30 days in advance, they are all generated with unique titles, unique descriptions, unique images. And you can see that basically takes image from every page on the website. You can see there are like no duplicates or something like this. It's all like unique content. It's all like you spread as much content as possible on Pinterest and try to rank there. It looks good. It looks decent. You can change whatever you want here, sweet and zesty. You can change it to sweet. You can change something here. You can change the Pinterest title. You can change the description to what you want. You can change the boards you want to pin it to. It also automatically, you can see, chosen some boards. You can see that it strictly like followed all the rules we set to it. We can approve it. We can go to the previous one, to the next one. For the pins which are part of them, for the pins which are pre-made, we can obviously switch between them. We can change also the color palette. We can do basically whatever we want. We can also, if we had some storage, inside storage, we can also upload some custom images or use stock images or AI generate images. So basically we can do whatever we want. And yeah, it's just like such an easy way. You can see I spent like maybe 10 minutes overall, like explaining everything to you, every single step to get everything started. And now I have everything prepared for me, and I can just pin it. Isn't it beautiful? And yeah, if I want to, I can press that schedule button. Let's press it, and it will be pinned right away. You can see I go to the calendar and it will get pinned across the whole month, and I don't even need to think about it. And plus, what It's an extra feature no one else has. You can go to advanced and you can export all the pins to CSV, which you can then upload to Pinterest native scheduler as the CSV. If you want to make sure that you have like 100% the performance and 100% the results, and you don't want to rely on some third-party APIs or something like this, you can 100% use it to get the best results. Hope it helps you to bulk create Pinterest pins using Canva templates. See you soon.